Hey there, in this video I will show you how to make this beautiful thing. It's a future fin box made of linen fiber and eco resin. So it might be a little bit more sustainable than these ones you might know. To make it might take a little bit time, but it's possible with basic tools. So maybe if you like, you can rebuild it. To start off, we need to build the mold, which is basically a negative of the fin box we want to build. So we need a block that has exactly the same measurements as a future fin head. This box now gets fixed on a plain surface. As soon as the mold is finished, I can start to build future fin boxes. It's very important to apply release vanish in order to release the fin box from the mold once the resin has hardened. Also, I put a block of line fiber lamination in front of the major block, and this is where the screw will go through after. Now I can start the actual lamination. For the first layers, it's really important that there's no air getting caught in the lamination. What I use here is unidirectional line fiber, which is not the perfect choice for this kind of lamination because the single fibers are not fixed to each other, but it works. Basically, this will work with almost any kind of fiber: glass, carbon, Kevlar, linen, and in different thicknesses as well. To make this work, the main issue is to apply enough pressure on the lamination afterwards, which you will see here. I built this aluminium construction because I expect to build a lot of boxes. If you only build 3 boxes or even only 2, it should be possible to find an easier way to apply this pressure. And here comes the most exciting part of this project: remove the box from the mold. If you've done everything correctly, this should be possible in a similar way as I do it here. And this is the result. By the way, this is all part of a bigger project. I also built a leash plug made of linen fiber, and this all goes into a big project of building an eco board made of linen fiber and recycled PET bottles. So if you don't want to miss that, make sure to subscribe to the channel and click the bell. And now I need to cut out the box with a standardized pattern. Using this pattern makes it easier to build several boxes into a board. I do not comment on every detail because I think if you are into this stuff, you can find your ways to solve the smaller problems. This might be a little bit more important. I wanted to hit the right angle, so I made this piece, which enables me to hit the perfect position and angle for the screw. I use these brass threads because I'm tired of worn out plastic threads in my future fin boxes. And this is the result which I'm really pleased with. And I have to disappoint you because from now on there won't be much more interesting pictures. But don't shut the video off yet because I have quite a few things to say about the small but important differences between these boxes and this one. And these things might make you understand better how these work and how these last. So to start off, I used this brass thread, which might last a little bit longer than this. On the other hand, I have to make sure that this screw is moved from time to time because otherwise it will start to stick to the brass. A big difference are these holes are missing on my box. And these holes are only to make it easier to build it into the board because the resin comes out through these holes. I think I don't need them to build this into the board, and if I would need them, I would just screw them. Drill them, drill holes in the box. This box is, I think, by far durable enough, but if you want to make it more durable, just use more fiber or use carbon fiber, or go ahead and put a piece of foam here. I also like the way how tightly the fin sticks into the box. It sticks more tightly than into the other box. Therefore it's a little bit more difficult to put it in and get it out, but it's possible. And it's not loose at all, which is the main thing, I assume, eh? On this box, it's much easier to put it in and get it out. Like I can get it out like this, which is not good, because it means that it's loose. I don't know if you can see it, but it's a little bit loose. And this brings me to another point. As you can see, this box, my linen box, is much wider here. And this is because the main forces that the box has to deal with occur when you put the fin in and get it out. And maybe it's just an assumption, but maybe that's why they built the box so loose for the fin, because they don't want these high forces on the box. I have a lot of boards here where the lamination on the box gets loose right at these points, and this is a consequence of the high forces that the box has to deal with when it's too tight and you put the fin in and get it out. Like I see surfers on the beach that don't get their fin into the box and they hit it with a screwdriver or something like that. And now imagine this box sits in the foam, which doesn't provide a lot of support to it because it's quite soft, especially on EPS boards. So it moves in the foam and the lamination has to deal with all these forces, and it doesn't have a lot of contact here. And that's why, to cut it short, I made this area bigger, especially here. And last big difference is, as you can see, there's a small hill here, and this has something to do with how you build this box into the board and where the resin and the lamination goes. But more importantly, it has something to do with the shape of the bottom. Because if you have this box and it's in a V or in a double concave, then this suits the shape of the bottom. This doesn't. So if I want to build this into a double concave, I either have to grind this down, if that's possible, or I have to build a new box and put something here on my mold just to get this higher, and getting this higher will produce a similar shape like this one. Alright, a lot of talking to the end, but thank you for watching. I hope to see you on the next video and have a good time until then. Bye bye.